This is a Hewlett Packhard 4100 and there is a problem with manual feed. It also affects the, this is a 4000, HP 4000, and it affects at least all the 4000 series printers. This is the problem. It's when you want to use the manual feed tray. We want to load some different paper from what we've got in the trays, so I'm going to do that right now. For this particular operation I want to use some green paper, so I've loaded the green paper into the manual feed tray and I'm going to try and print just 3 copies. Right, I've just set it to print 3 copies. It's just currently processing the job, and here we go. Let's see what happens. See there, it's grabbed 3 sheets of paper. There it's grabbed about 4 sheets of paper, and there it's grabbed a whole load of paper. Obviously not very good. Now you can also get this problem when you're doing anything else on the manual feed tray. For example, envelopes. So if I was to take a load of envelopes, put them in here, adjust the tray setting, get that ready, and of course if I printed, then instead of taking 1 envelope at a time, it would take multiples of them. I'm not going to demonstrate this because obviously I don't want to waste my envelopes. Now if we look more closely, we'll try and show you what the problem is. The problem is, it's called the separation pad. You can't see it much here because I'm just bouncing it down, but we're going to take some bits apart and show you how to cure this problem. Now to get at this separation tray, first thing to do is to just pull this part off. That's very easy. Next thing is to pull this part off here. It comes off fairly easily. It's just 1, 2, and just leave it there attached like it is there. Now we need to take this part off here. Now in the 4100 series this part comes off. In the 4000 series it doesn't. You just have to bend it up. It's easy here. You just unclip one there, unclip one there, and let me get the other hand on it, and you can pull it out. It's still attached by a spring, but that's okay. As I say, in the 4000 series, I have to literally lift it up. And while we're doing all this, it's so we can move these bits to the side, and then we can take off this roller here. It's easier to take this roller off if you put a little screwdriver in here and just pull that bit back, and then what happens is the whole thing lifts off. Notice there is a hole in here which is where this part locates, and just put that to one side for a moment. We can now push the other guide roller across, and now you can see we can actually get at the separation pad. Now there's a difference here between the 4100 series and the 4000 series. In the 4100 you can just unclip the pad and get a replacement pad. In the 4000 series this construction is all one part, so what you need to do is to buy this part and replace it, and then the next time you'll only have to unclip the pad. Although I don't need to actually take this out, I can just spring this separation pad out. I'm going to take it out just to show you, and it's just a case of springing these 2 little parts here and it'll come out. This is just to show you on a 4000, although this part comes off, this part here doesn't. So what you have to do is take this bit off and then push this up and move these along. Of course, once you've fitted the new type pad, separation pad here, of course you won't have to do that because you can just flick that off and put a new one on. And here it is, and you can see the pad on this is in a very poor state. As I said, with the 4000 you have to replace the whole of this, but when you do, the one you buy will have this pad here that just springs out, and so the next time you'll be able to just buy the pad. These parts are very inexpensive. The pad itself is about £3 or £4 on eBay, and the complete part is about £7 or £8 on eBay. Let me just unclip the separation pad just to show you. It literally just springs out. As I said, if I was doing this for real with a 4100, I could just leave this part, throwing it away now, leave this part in the machine and just replace the pad. Okay, we'll get a new pad and replace it, and I'll show you that. Right, okay, here is the old pad, and hopefully you can see it as I move it. Can you see how worn it is? And we'll just leave that there, and here is the new pad, and you can see how clean that is. Now I've taken the carrier right out. As I said, if it's a 4100 or a 4000 with the new carrier in, you don't need to do this, but just taking it out. If you do provide a new carrier, obviously these springs, they just unclip and clip onto the new bit here, but we don't need to bother with that. Right, so it's just a question of taking the new pad and positioning it in here. Very tricky with one hand. No, it's not, it's easy with one hand. And just clipping it in, and then it's just a case of reassembling. If this pickup roller is really badly worn, then obviously you can replace it. However, if it's not too bad, and this one isn't too bad, a way to rejuvenate it is to just give it a wipe over with, strangely as it may seem, Dettol, the disinfectant called Dettol. So I'm going to do that right now. Right, if you have taken the pad completely out, obviously you need to fit it back, and it's important to get those springs located on the little bit sticking up there. I'll just do that. There we are, I've got the pad in, making sure those two springs, one there and one there, are located on the proper positions. Right, now we just have to move this roller across. We have to push the pad down in order to get it across. Then we need the pickup roller, noting that we need to locate it with the pin. There, it's just fitted in, and just clip. Then bring the other one across. Now we need to put this bit back, which just clips in. If it's a 4000, you know this bit doesn't unclip. So it's a question of just pushing it up, and one. Well, that was already in, so that's in, and then the final part is this part here, which again just clips in, 1, 2, and we're all back. Ah, no we're not. We've got this part here which just pushes in, so push that in, and now we are all back. Right, now for the acid test. Where's that green paper? Let's put the green paper, line it up, and we're ready to print 3 items. Right, the printer is processing the job. Will we get 3 pages, and only 3 pages? It's taken 1 sheet, taken 2 sheets, and taken 3 sheets. Just 3 sheets. Perfect. Hope you found this useful. Bye for now.